So welcome back to the class. We are there in the chapter political parties of standard 10. Okay. And now, as of now, we have understood about the political parties and even their functions. Some major parties we have seen in the country. How do they work and what are their ideologies? What are their ideologies upon which they work? Sorry, upon which they work, and we have also seen how the political parties are formed and what is the need of political party in the democratic country. Now, democratic country was explained very well or with well-defined manner. Okay, yesterday on sorry, not yesterday, but in the last class. And to run that democratic country properly, it's very necessary to have the opposition, to have the ruling party, so that the people who are in ruling party, they would do the best work to bring the confidence, or even we can say to make the people understand that their party can do the best work for them, for the common people. And opposition party, what is the work of opposition party? Opposition parties, the role of opposition, I told you. The parties that lose elections play the role of opposition. They put different views and criticize the ruling government for its failures and wrong policies. It is written wrong policies, but it is wrong policies. Okay. Then they try to gather the belief in them, okay, by the people, so that in the next regime they would get the election to be owned. Okay. Next, in the government or in the parliament, they raise their questions against the government policies and all. So it is required by the democratic country where the common people are involved in the governance indirectly. Understood? Then after we had seen how the means what is the criteria that the party would become the national party, okay, or the political party. Then we had also seen that how many parties should we have: one party system, two party system, or party system. We have also seen with the examples like one party system, how does it work, two party system, how does it work, and even the multi-party nation. Okay, as if as we are in India is a multi-party nation. Okay, where it is very difficult for the single party to get the majority, to get the understood. Have you got the point? Okay, we had seen about the national parties as well, which party is better. So multi-party system was better for democratic country. Okay, India adopted multi-party system. How? There are a lot of parties available in India, or existed in India, or existing in India. Like 7 parties are the national parties, and other parties are the regional parties or the state parties. We have also seen the criteria of the national party. Okay, and how can the party become the nation level party? what is the criteria for that? Yeah, as it has to win at least 4 seats in the Lok Sabha election. Okay, at least 4 seats or 6% of the total Lok Sabha voters. Okay, means general election. In general election, it requires 6% or 4 seats. Okay, means this is the criteria. Understood? Have you got it? Nobody is speaking. Why? Only I should speak. You should just listen, beta. Yes, no, something else, or you have just joined the class and went somewhere.
Sir, you're here.
Please respond because it is not, I think, a one-way communication. Please turn on your videos, please. Till that time, you would not respond. Please turn on your videos. Make it fast. Is this also not audible? Hey, now see, we have already seen that how many parties are there and which are the major parties. Now let us understand what are the state parties. What are the state parties? What is the date today? Okay. So these state parties are also known as the regional parties. These state parties are also known as the state regional parties. Okay. In the states, actually, there exist region-wise parties. What are they? Means how are they exist there? Region-wise parties. Okay, and they are known as state parties. Some some of the parties which are the examples are given over. Let us take example first. In Tamil Nadu, AIA-DMK, that is All India Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, DMK. Then Andhra Pradesh, Telugu Desham Party, Lok Satta, Kerala, Kerala Congress, Pondicherry, that is All India NR Congress, that is national level. Then Jharkhand, IMM, Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, Maharashtra INC, that is Indian National Congress. No, this is not. This is wrong. Indian National Congress is a, what is that? That is national level party. So what is there in Maharashtra? Hello. Odisha, BJD, that is Biju Janata Dal. Biju Janata Dal. Sikkim Democratic Front, that is in Sikkim. Even Sikkim Democratic Front. Other way is Mizo National Front, that is in Mizoram. Telangana Rashtra Samiti. Telangana Rashtra Samiti. Okay, these are the region wise parties which are available in India. Parties other than national parties are called state parties, and they are also recognized by the Election Commission of India. They are also recognized by the Election Commission of India. Over the last 3 decades, what is happening there? The number and the strength of these parties has expanded. The number and strength of these parties have been increased over the last 3 decades. Okay, have you got? And what happened here? This made the Parliament of India politically more and more diverse. This has contributed to the strengthening of federalism and democracy in India. Federalism and democracy in India. Have you got the point? Okay. Federalism means what? Federalism is something where the power is distributed, okay, within the units of the central government. So what are the units of the central government? Unit in the sense, the states. States are the units of the central government, and central governments are divided. And even this distribution of power, that is also known as separation of power or separation of powers. Okay, which is prescribed by the Indian Constitution. Okay, but as we all know that India is a diverse country, and day by day it is expanding. It is expanding in what sense? It is not expanding in the sense of territory, but it is expanding due to the growing population of this country. Due to the growing population of this country, it means the as the population is increasing, definitely the areas will be increased. And if the areas and the population of the particular area according to the constitution is more than that, so definitely if suppose there is one ward, so that ward would be divided into two if the number of people are increasing in that particular ward. Have you got the point? Because on the particular number of the people who are residing in that particular ward, upon them only one ward member would be chosen, okay, or will be elected. But suppose the numbers are crossed, so two ward members are required to handle the number of people. Understood? And that is why the constituency of all the regions are been increasing day by day. Have you got? And from there only those constituencies, okay, from those constituencies, suppose example metro cities. Metro cities are the cities where the number of people are living, okay, they are residing there. Some people are native from there, some are not native, they have come up from outside. But if they have to survive there for 5 to 10 years, so definitely there would be two times turn there. Two times turn would be there to cast their votes. In that case, they would have to change their address of election card and everything, and they can put there or cast their vote in that particular city only. Okay, so this is something that is widening the area of constituency. Okay, and that is why the political parties, especially the state or the regional parties, are increasing day by day. Understood? I told you that there are more than 750, how many? 750 regional parties are available in India. Okay. Have you got it? So the regional parties need not to be regional in their ideology or outlook. Then Some regional parties have national level organization and presence in several states. For example, Samajwadi Party, Rashtriya Janata Dal, RJD. These are the parties which are having their existence in the in the state of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, okay, Punjab, Delhi, okay. In such states, their existence are there, okay, but they are not able to secure at least how many percents? 6% or at least 4 seats, okay, to become the national level party or nation level party. Have you got the point, beta? Is there any confusion? Some parties focus on their state identity, like Biju Janata Dal. It is from Bihar, okay. Sikkim Democratic Front and Mizo National Front. These are the parties. They are only focusing under the territory of their state. They are not living there or crossing their boundaries. Have you got the point? I think you people are deaf, right? If I'm not wrong, because you do not respond. Are you all there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I ask you to turn on the video. I'm asking everyone to turn on the video first. Then only I will proceed.
Turning on, sir.
Then only I will proceed. If you are not turning on the video, I will keep the class like this for half an hour and I will leave the class. Because I am not here to just make like I'm only the person who is speaking there. And you people are just listening to me. How would I come to know if you are getting or not? It is not the way that you are responding to your teacher. I think. I'm sorry, I'm scolding you, but really it is a needful thing. Only Amatullah and Karthikeya. This Harshil. And what about others? Why are they off? Why others are off?
Sir, background is not nice.
It doesn't matter if the background is good or bad. It doesn't matter. We are not here to see the background of everyone. Right? We are here to study. Okay. Don't turn off your video. Okay. Those who have not turned on, they will just turn. Okay. Okay. Now see the role of regional parties. What is the role of the regional party now? You have to understand it. Very, very means important it is. See, if you are getting any problem, just take an example. To whom would you tell first? Huh? To whom would you tell if you are getting,
Parents.
you are facing any problem? Yes, parents. So where the parents are living or residing with you,
It us.
right? Or you are living with them, isn't it? Is it correct?
Yeah.
Means
Yes, sir.
your home is in this area is the state or the region which belongs to you or you belong to that region. So first of all, you will raise your question here only. You will not go to the parliament directly. Would you go?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Parliament directly. You will have to you will try to resolve the problem here only where you are residing, and that is what the work of state government is. Oh, sorry, state parties. And even though the party is in opposition, it will come to you, come to your rescue first. It will not leave any chance to get the vote in the next regime from your side. Isn't, are you getting my point? Means people will just run to you, rush to you, and they'll ask you, oh, what happened, what happened? Okay, ruling party is not doing this. Okay, we will do this, and we will make you happy over there, and next regime you just cast your vote to us. Are you getting my point? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This is what the regional parties are doing there. Means they work at their own level, in the sense at their own, in their own region, and they become famous. Most of the people then would go to them, and they would ask that they would ask you if you are facing any problem, if any difficulty over there. Okay, so what is there? Over the last 3 decades, the number and strength of regional parties have been expanded. The presence of regional parties has made parliament politically more diverse. We have already discussed about it. Okay, in case of fractured verdict, regional parties come to play their role. Okay, since 1996, every one of the state parties have got opportunities to be part of one or the other national level coalition government since 1996. Because before this, only the only means since 1947, or we may say since 1951, from the first general election of India, only Congress party was getting the votes in majority. They were that party was only getting the votes in the majority. But after the assassination of Indira Gandhi, after that Sanjay Gandhi, okay, so some disturbance had started to be started over there within the party, and the party was split in many parts. Okay, and that is why the other parties who were not actually getting a chance to get into the government, they started to do the coalition, because the party was not getting the majority there in the election. Have you got a point? Okay, and due to this, the regional parties started to come, started to form. Are you getting the point? Okay, then coalition.
Yes, sir.
What does mean by coalition? In the in your last grade also you have learned this. What does mean by coalition?
Combination of 2 or more parties
If the
for winning seats
parties
in a
which are coming together to form the government. Understood? To form the government. National parties are completed to form alliance with state parties. Example, Atal Bihari Vajpayee government was formed by taking support from regional parties. In which year? 1998. But that government was not stable, or was not
sir, for only 1 month it is.
huh?
For only 1 month.
That was not there for long time. Why? Because the left parties, see, the regional or the supporting parties are known as the left parties. Okay, which parties? Left parties.
Left parties.
They actually took out their support from the government, and the government was collapsed. The alliance of national and state parties has strengthened the federalism and democracy in India. I told you already what does mean by federalism. Federalism is something where the power is being separated or shared. Power is being shared or separated. Have you got the point? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, since what happening here, there are a lot of challenges that are faced by the state parties or political parties in a wider sense, we can say. It was the actually topic we have covered here, that what are the political parties. After that we saw what are the national parties, and after that we saw what are the state parties and how do they work. Understood? Every state, every state in India are having their own state parties, and most of the state parties, they are now trying to come out of their state. Okay, and they are trying their means luck in the other state to become the national level party. Understood? Suppose they are getting 6% vote among all the votes or voters in Lok Sabha, so they would become national party. Or if they are only winning 4 seats, but not in that particular state, but in the other states as well, then only it would become or recognized by the Election Commission of India as the national level party. Have you got? Okay. See,
Yes.
all the scenario is very clear. All the things are very clear because I have told you with the sequence. Okay. This PDF would be shared with you. Don't worry about it, but you have to read it. Understood? Now let us understand. If there are the things, so definitely the challenges are there. Have you got it? Challenges would be faced by the parties. So what is there? Since political parties are the most visible face as well as the last trusted institution in a democracy. I told you the example. Suppose we Indians are very means we can say we actually get disturbed very soon. We do not try to find out the solution first, and we rush to the person who is very means what we can say very powerful there by the political weight or by the money as well. So we rush to that person. Okay. So we rush to the first of all to the person who is politically active in our area. Okay. So it is natural that people blame parties for whatever goes wrong within a country. Definitely. They are blamed. Everyone or every party gets the rejection after election. See, what did I say? I said every party is a likely party which will win the majority election there, and once it becomes the ruling party, so those people who have casted their vote to that party will again blame it that the party is not doing well. See, the ruling government cannot do everything in everybody's favor. Are you agree with this? Is it
Yes,
possible?
sir.
Even within our house, there are, let's say, 6 members or 5 members are living together. Is it possible to fulfill everyone's desire or everyone's desire to take something or buy something or purchase something? It's not possible,
No, sir.
isn't it?
No,
Means
sir.
someone would have to compromise at home. Okay, let us see in the next turn. Okay, that will be the thing that would come out, or the solution that would come out. But in in the sense of political parties or the ruling government, it is not there. If the government is doing wrong, it means it is wrong. Means all over the world, people express strong dissatisfaction with what? With the failure of political parties to perform their functions well. They are not satisfied with the function. See, I'm telling you one thing. Suppose one act is to be passed in the parliament. One act is to be passed in the parliament, in both the houses, Lok Sabha as well as in Rajya Sabha. Suppose that bill is passed and it becomes the law. But that law is taking favor of the particular community or particular religion or particular sect of people, section of people. So other people definitely would demonstrate against that particular law which is passed, and the government would have to take action upon it, that nobody should get any kind of discrimination on the basis of law or whatever is there. Are you getting? So the people who are affected by that law, they will blame the party or the ruling government, and they will try to show that the government is failing there. Okay, the government is failing to rescue us or rescue the people who are affected by that particular law. Are you getting? Are you agree? So this is the challenge that the government faced or is facing every time. Okay. Means popular dissatisfactions, or we can say the things that people are not satisfied with, and the criticism have focused on four problems. Main problems are there, four problems or four challenges upon which the people actually blame the government. Understood? Those are, the first thing is the lack of internal democracy within parties. The lack of internal democracy. What does mean by internal democracy? Internal democracy is something, let's say in party there are 10 people. There are 10 people working. Okay. But the party is giving only 3 people or 7 people chances for every time. And those 3 people are not getting any kind of responsibility, any kind of chance to elect, contest the election or not. So there would be dissatisfaction within the party, and that party would not have been called as the Democratic Party. Means concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top. What happens there? Definitely, if there is the organization, if there is the organization, so some people only would lead the party and other people would work as the volunteers. Was there volunteers? They would be working as, and they would never get the chance to become the top leaders in the party. This is the dissatisfaction within the political party. First thing. Second thing, parties do not keep membership registers. They do not keep the membership registers. And that is why you would find the people who are not satisfied with their current party. So they immediately change the party with the immediate effect. And they do not feel any kind of shame there, I would say. Any kind of hesitation there. Because they are not getting any chance to get something, some favor also from the party, from the finance. Okay, that is why. And there is no membership registration or register. No organizational meetings held. There is no meetings. But that working committee works there. Okay. Do not conduct regular internal elections. Why should we conduct the regular internal elections within the party? Can you please tell? Can anybody tell? Huh? Can anybody tell why should be there the internal elections to be held within the party?
Leaders in the party.
Huh?
To get the top 3 new leaders in the party.
See, it should be, means the party should contest the elections so that every person who is related to that party or who is working that for that party, he or she should get the equal chance to become the leader of the particular party. Understood? You might have got the point. Okay, in our country also there are some parties where only the people who belong to that particular party and its roots, they are today also stuck to that particular party, but they are not leaving, okay, the particular post in the party. And that is making the people to be distrusted, okay, on those people who are working there. Top leaders have greater power to take decisions, means they are having greater powers, means who would contest the election, who would be there in the party, who is working good, who is not working good. All these decisions are in the hands of top leaders. Personal loyalty to leaders becomes more important than loyalty to party principles. Personal, what? Personal loyalty. The people who are very close to the leaders, they are very sweet. Their existence is very sweet there in the party, because they always flatter the top leaders, and they even seek some favor from the top leaders, and they get also, and they get also. But the party principles are not being abided by who? By the work working people who are working within the party. Have you got? Okay. Second challenge is the dynastic succession. Dynastic succession. You might have come to know about the name of party in our country as well. Dynastic, that is related to one
Congress.
family only, okay, or one root only. It is unfair to the other top members of the party. Yes, it is definitely unfair to the other people. Those who are working since their childhood or since their young age in that party, they are still working as it is, but they have not got any chance to become the top leaders in the party. This distrust would be there. Another challenge is in many parties, the top positions are always controlled by members of one family. This is the only point that is enough to understand what is happening in the country. That is enough to understand. I don't think I should explain it. Most parties do not practice open and transparent procedures for their functioning. Most of the parties, they hide their policies, their way of working. They do not open all the things to all the citizens. Citizens are in dilemma. Even the party working people, okay, within the party also the people are not satisfied. It is bad for democracy that people with no adequate experience and popular support come to occupy powerful position. This is also a very bad thing. See, one example I would give you. Suppose in our country, there is the vacancy in any school or any office, government office, and that vacancy is for peon only. So we require high quality or high qualification person. And whenever it comes to the elections, then we do not see the qualification. We see that the person is Indian only. He is a native person of this country. His ancestors were the natives from India only. And he is
Age limit.
above the age of 21. Okay, this is the only criteria to become the minister. This is the only least criteria. What if suppose anybody is asking you what is the least criteria post? So you just say to become minister. This is the least quality or qualification job. And that is also upon you, that how are you working. Nobody will direct you. Instead, you will direct the people who are top qualified people, who are IAS, IPS, IFS. for such rankings or such people who are becoming such means the authorities. Okay, they would have to go through the rigorous practice, rigorous examination, understood, and rigorous interviews. Then after they would become the bureaucrats in India. But to become minister, it's very, very easy. You must have 3 to 4 things you would become. Even if you don't have any money with you or in your pocket, even you can contest the election. Only the nominal fees is to be paid there. This is a thing that makes our country, this diverse country, very dilute. Okay, it is diluted now with the corruption, with aiming only to gain the money. And where the money is coming from? That money is coming from the citizen, common citizen only, in the form of taxes.
Tax.
Now you might have seen there on Google Map, this is the recent news. On Google Map, if you are finding the route more than 100 kilometers, so you will even find how much tax you would have to pay there, toll tax. The estimated tax is being shown by Google Map. You just search any city from your city that is more than 100 kilometers, or that is on the highway. That will calculate your tax as well. So this is how the government is working, means doing everything. But what if the common person is facing problems after all these? This is very ridiculous over there. So dynastic succession is also the failure of the political party, or we can say the challenge that the party is to be faced. Money and muscle power. This thing you have learned in your 8th standard. In your 8th standard, there was the chapter public facilities, the 9th chapter of political science of 8th standard, public facilities. Understood? There, and even which one? Judiciary. Judiciary was there. Even the chapter number 6, judiciary system. Okay, criminal judiciary system was there. There we had seen the power of money and muscle. Means the person who is very notorious in his reason, and he has much money to control any situation. In this way or in that case as well, the political parties are facing the challenges. During elections, money and muscle power is used. That is wrong. Unfair means of election. Parties find shortcut means to win elections. Suppose they would not involve into the campaigning, but they would be involved into distributing the money the day before election. Before 48 hours, the election campaigns are stopped. And before the day of election, these people who are contesting the elections, they go to every voter's home or their doorstep, and they try to bribe those people who are going to cast their vote tomorrow. And it is a moral thing, it is a moral duty of that particular citizen if he is taking that bribe. Means he is selling himself. Okay, he is selling off himself there into the hands of that particular criminal criminal person. Okay, this is something. So we must know this, that we are not, means to there to sell of ourselves. Have you got it? Parties find shortcut or short ways to win the election. Parties nominate those candidates who have or can raise money for party. This is very, very important in the party at the party level. Those people are very wealthy. They are always welcome in the political parties. And those who are willingly, once again, okay. Sorry, actually the battery was totally drained. That is why I just plug in the charger there. That is why I asked you to wait for. Okay, so the people who are able to raise the fund for the party, they are always welcome in the party. Parties even support criminals who can win elections. This is also prevalent in India. Rich people or companies providing fund to the party influence policies and decisions of the party. This is what we can experience this time as well. The people who are tycoons there in the business, they can make the government to change their policy, its policies. They
So
want the government
the
to,
government.
to give the decision or to take the decision in favor of those people or to make some policies which will be favorable, okay, to those industries or to those factories and to those people who are raising fund for the party. Increasing role of rich people and big companies has been a curse worry for has been a cause of worry for democracy or democrats, because if it is increasing day by day, the common person is not able to put his problems or grievances in front of the government, because government would always look after the problems which are faced by the big companies or industries, because why? They are raising the fund, and that is somewhat wrong, where we should not bear that. Okay, because we also are the citizen of India, and we have also that much right what the person who is an industrialist or the businessman, okay, has in the country. Have you got? The last problem is of meaningful choice of the voters. Parties do not seem to offer meaningful choice of voters. Means any party, if suppose there are 10 parties contesting the election, so they would, means all the 10 parties would go to the same voter and would tell different things. Means these political parties are manipulating the voter. That should not happen there. In recent years, there has been a decline in ideological differences among parties. Ideological differences among parties, we have already seen the parties, national parties, there every party has its own ideology, but with the passage of time they may change their policies, and that is somewhat wrong. Example, in Britain, the two main parties, Labour Party and Conservative Party, don't show much difference. They differ only the methodology of policy framing and implementation. Actually, their ideologies are same, but the way of implementing the policies and framing the policies is different only. Suppose one Labour Party is doing something A, so the Conservative Party would do something Z. That is the only difference, but their ideologies are same. The way of thinking is same, but their framing, the way of doing or implementing the things is different, and that is what the people are influenced due to this. Okay, in that country. In India, what happened? Differences on the economic policies had reduced among major parties. Differences on the economic policies has reduced among major parties. Difference in economic policy in the sense the policies which are made financially, which are made to look after the finance, there the major differences are increasing day by day. Economic policy options appear to be limited. They do not take much economic policies or decisions. Why? Because most of the money is being corrupted. It is difficult to elect different leaders as the same set of leaders keep shifting from one part to another, and this is very dangerous for any constituency. As suppose A was working for party and he is not getting something over there from G party, so he would be shifting himself to the H party, and all the confidential things which he got there, he came to know there for G party, he would be revealing to this party, and this party may ruin. Understood? So this kind of distrust also is there. Okay, so in this way we have seen the challenges and the state parties or regional parties. I hope you all have got the things properly.
Yes,
Now
sir.
it's time to leave the class. Thank you very much for joining the class. The recording will be uploaded there on YouTube channel, so please go through once again. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Good night.
Good night.